This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to Memorial Stadium in Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Indiana Hoosiers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese. David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Hoosiers will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Nittany Lions offense will take the field first. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch. Fun to watch them.
Breaks into the open. Just keeps moving. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. They'll go to the ground.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. With the catch, it's Robinson. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Fires to the right. Got his man. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. A first down for the offense. Wants to throw. It's Dugan. Gets it out quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. The lone back's got it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Hoosiers offense will go to work for the first time today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players. Oh, he's got some space. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go when you run into him.
Running free. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. They build their attack around the those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Back to pass, it's Dugan. That's caught, it's Butler. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Got some of the work done on 1st down. Let's see what they have on 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. To the air on 2nd down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. The Hoosiers will try to convert on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Dugan. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this knee. Snagged out of the air.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
And the Hoosiers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. They go to the wide receiver screen. And good blocking in space out there to give them enough room to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. He has the first and still on his feet. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. He'll throw it. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Well, the offense is trying to complete that in route against zone coverage, but you saw everyone on defense there watching the QB's eyes, and it led him right to the throw so they could knock it away.
To the ground with the back. Turning it on! Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
I'll tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide, and thus wide receivers. Yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle. He's gonna...
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To throw, it's Dugan. Pressure coming. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. The Hoosiers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for room at the 40. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
He's going for it all. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, at this juncture of the game, obviously the offense has struggled. No points up on the board. You're at the end of the 1st half, and you're just trying to make something happen. That time the quarterback thought he had a guy open way down the field, but again, the defense in perfect position, and that thing falls incomplete.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Working that wide receiver screen. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
He's going to take off. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes a grab past the marker. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it. Trying to rumble in. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
Well, obviously, this has been a defensive struggle the entire 1st half, so how big was it for the offense to score a touchdown? Their last possession of the 1st half, get an opportunity to tie this thing up going in at halftime. I think we can expect a lot of the same here in the 2nd half, but no doubt, huge for their confidence offensively.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The give to the back. Plows through the defense. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, don't tell me it's a basketball town when we've had a 1st half like that there in Bloomington. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best 1st half we've seen in the history of these two. They've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Off play action on first down. They haven't really been able to let... Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Looking for a man. It's Dugan. He's got the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Nittany Lions are threatening in the red zone. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll line it up from the right side. A 37-yarder coming up. He got it. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now, and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. One team will rise in the ACC standings, while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Red pass, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Off play action. Flicks it out of the air. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the big fella. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Graves. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route. You've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Hoosiers are flying down the field. They'll give it to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Quick handoff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Going to sling it on second down. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Sends it back in motion. Back to throw. It's Dugan. Takes the easy one to the back. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Going deep. Got it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. With the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He'll start the return inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping two hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball, even if you can't.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Indiana, 7.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
There's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
There he goes!
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. First down here for the offense. Wants to throw on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And the Hoosiers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Indiana! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on the...
And he coughs it up inside the 20. Touchdown, Penn State! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They're going to run it to the right. Quick spin on the run. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.